With ALSU's participation in the NUS coming up for a referendum in the next few days, we've come to the Radcliffe Square to find out what the leaders of the campaigns think.
Oxford's very much better in NUS. We've got a national movement making national decisions on behalf of all students in this country, and Oxford absolutely should be at the forefront of that by staying in NUS. We won't get a say in their elections or their policy if we don't stay in. By being a part of NUS, Oxford students are able to get the NUS Extra card, which currently thousands of them take advantage of. They wouldn't be able to get this if we were out of NUS, and this allows you to get discounts that you can get online, in-store and at home that you wouldn't be able to get with your bod card.
Fundamentally, the NUS isn't working for Oxford, as we've seen over the past few years at critical points when education has been top of the political agenda. It's not NUS that's been leading the way nationally, it's been Oxford leading the way. We've seen that we can represent ourselves nationally, and fundamentally we don't have a voice within the NUS. We've called for changes within the NUS, we've called for policies, and they're not followed by the leadership. When it's costing £25,000 a year, going up to £36,000 a year by 2019, I don't think that's working for Oxford, and we can do a lot better with that money within ALSU.
They provide great support for our liberation campaigns for BME, disabled, LGBT and women students, which is a lifeline for those campaigns that we have running here at ALSU, and they also provide a lot of training and support for our sabbatical officers.
Personally, I would like to see more money going into target schools, the student-led access scheme, and into mental health provision, but we'd have more money to spend on our liberation campaigns. We could set up new projects, we could even, in a few years' time, hire new officers or new members of staff part-time.
Just this year, NUS has saved hundreds of millions of pounds nationally for access funds to universities. And I know that the No campaigns really enjoyed talking about the cost of affiliation, which they say is £25,000. Sure, that is at a glance, but once you take off the grants we get from them and also the money we make back through NUS Extra card sales, that comes close to £10,000. And you know what's bigger than £10,000? The £500,000 that NUS lobbying saved for access funds for Oxford this year alone. Leaving NUS would mean that we have no voice in their policy decisions, no voice in their elections at conference, and it would leave Oxford without a national say. And it's very important that when we have this national body, we're able to influence the outcomes. The No campaign seems to think this won't make a difference, but look at your JCR. How do you make a difference in your JCR? Is it by not turning up to meetings and writing an angry Facebook note, or is it by turning up to meetings, speaking and voting? That's how you make a difference. Oxford students deserve a say, and they deserve a seat at the table.
We would lose the NUS Extra card, but that is a card that the Yes campaign have talked a lot about, but frankly it's only owned by between 8 and 10% of students and very rarely used. I don't think many students even get their money's worth, and frankly you can get a lot of the discounts with your bod card alone. So I think we actually gain a lot from leaving the NUS. We can speak for ourselves, we can speak up nationally, and we can do a lot with that money that's being wasted at the moment.
My year as ALSU president has shown me the benefits of NUS, and I hope that when me and Louis Trupp agree on something, students in Oxford are getting a good deal.
Voting opens on Monday the 19th of May and runs through until Wednesday. Make your voice heard by logging on to Nexus and searching for the relevant email before voting online. This has been Charlie Atkins reporting for Cherwell TV.